Okay, so this will be the last part of our Module 2 Enzymes. So this will be about the methods of determination. So kung ano yung mga tests na ginagawa or gagawin natin para sa ating enzymes to determine their concentration, and their concentration usually tells the amount or the extent of damage to the tissues. Kaya lumabas yung enzymes. Okay, so creatine kinase, Tanzer-Gilvarg. So Tanzer-Gilvarg is the forward reaction, pH 9.0. So this measures the decrease in absorbance at 340 nanometers. So ito yung enzyme natin. So ang ating substrates is creatine plus ATP. It will react with our enzyme. So the byproduct or the product is creatine phosphate plus ADP. Next is the Oliver-Rosalki. So this is the reverse reaction, pH 6.8. So this is 6 times faster than forward reaction. So this measures increase in absorbance at 340 nanometers. So creatine kinase plus creatine phosphate plus ADP enzyme, creatine plus ATP ang ating product. So nabaliktad kaysa doon sa kanina. So tandaan dito sa ating mga methods of determination. Halos lahat ng nakalagay dito importante. Reverse, forward, pH, additional notes. Then, ito, measures increase in absorbance at 340 nanometers. Tandaan, yung mini-measure, yung wavelength niya. So, ito mahalaga din itong mga reaction na to. So, maganda, mamemorya nyo tong lahat. Aspartate aminotransferase or AST. So, Karmen method, pH of 7.3 to 7.8. Yung pH dito yung reaction na gaganap. So, uses Lactate Dehydrogenase as the indicator enzyme. So, this measures the decrease in absorbance at 340 nanometers. Used to diagnose hepatocellular disorders. Aspartate plus alpha-ketoglutarate enzyme, glutamate plus oxaloacetate. So, mahalagang tandaan sa aspartate, yung source of error niya is hemolysis. Kasi, red blood cells contains 10 times AST activity. So, kapag na-hemolyze kasi yung sample, yung red blood cells mo nababasag. So, pag nabasag yung red blood cells mo, mag-release siya ng AST. So, the AST levels in the red blood cells is 10 times more than those present in the serum. So, kumbaga, yung nasa loob ng red blood cells mapupunta sa serum, so tataas siya ng 10 times. Lactate Dehydrogenase. So, Walker method. So, this is the forward. So, lactate to pyruvate. pH of 8.3 to 8.9. Measures increase in absorbance at 340 nanometers. Again, source of error, hemolysis. So, RBCs contains 100 times the concentration of LD than found in serum. So, cold labile ang ating LD5. So, kapag nilagay o ni-store mo sa malamig, masisira ang LD5. So, wag siyang ilalagay sa ref kapag gusto mong i-test yung LD5. Robluski-Ladu. So, reverse reaction. Baliktad naman. Pyruvate to lactate. pH 7.2 to 7.4. Measures decrease in absorbance at 340 nanometers. So, Robluski-Ladu is utilized by dry slides method. So, dry slide or dry chem, yung principle usually enforced or ginagamit ng vitros. So, pag may machines or pag nag-intern kayo, tapos nakakita kayo ng machines na vitros. So, ang ginagamit doon, slides. So, maliit siya, parang cover slip lang ang laki ng slide na yon, na doon nakalagay yung reagents. Impregnated yung reagents doon sa slides na yon, yun na yung mismong reagent mo. Doon na magkakaroon ng reaction, doon na babasahin, and reflectance photometer yung ating ginagamit doon. So, alanine, aminotransferase. So, coupled enzymatic reaction. Uses lactate dehydrogenase as enzyme, indicator enzyme. Kaya coupled enzyme. So, parang dalawa yung enzyme na ginamit dito. pH 7.3 to 7.8. Measures change in absorbance at 340 nanometers. So, alanine plus alpha-ketoglutarate, ALT. So, magiging pyruvate plus glutamate. Alkaline phosphatase. So, Bowers and McComb. Uses p-nitrophenyl phosphate. So, this is colorless as substrate. And based on the molar absorptivity of p-nitrophenol, yellow color. So, optimal pH 10. Measures increase in absorbance at 405 nanometers. So, alkaline, mataas yung pH. So, p-nitrophenyl phosphate, ALP enzyme, p-nitrophenyl plus phosphate ions, yung ating products. So, ALP isoenzymes. So, diba? Meron tayong maraming isoenzymes ng alkaline phosphatase. So, there are methods to determine the ALP isoenzymes. Una, heat stability. Ano yung sinabi kong tandaan kanina? Yung regan. Kasi stable siya sa ating ALP. Okay. So, una, placenta. So, heat stability. Sa heat stability, papainitan natin yung serum at 56 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. Bakit? Target or goal natin, tanggalin yung ibang enzymes. Yung isoenzymes. Okay. So, paano yon? So, pag ininitan mo yung enzyme na yon, masisira yung ibang variant. So, kapag nasira yung ibang variant, may measure mo na lang yung matitira. Di ba? So, halimbawa, mataas yung ating enzyme. For example lang, hindi actual values. 100 yung ating ALP. Ito yung base na ALP natin. Pinainitan natin. Nag-apply tayo ng heat stability. Tapos, ang nangyari, 99. So, nabawasan lang siya ng 1. Diba? So, yung 1 na yon, possible yung heat labile. Ito siya. So, parang 1 lang yung bone ALP na present. Heat is stable kasi ang placenta. So, pag nag-init ka ng ating isoenzyme or ng ating enzyme na ALP, hindi mawawala ang placenta. Present pa din siya. Pinakang stable to. So, resist heat denaturation at 65 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. So, kapag pinainitan natin ito, hindi tatalab sa ating placenta. So, magre-remain siya. So, sa example natin kanina, 100, pinainitan, naging 99. So, most probably, ito, placental ALP isoenzyme. So, pinaka-stable, pinaka-labile. So, labile meaning, pag ininitan mo, masisira. ALP activity is measured before and after heating the serum. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. So, if the residual activity after heating is less than 20%, so mababa na, less than 20% na lang na total activity before heating, then ALP elevations is assumed to be the result of bone phosphatase. So, halimbawa, from 100, naging 20 na lang after natin nag-apply ng heat. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay bone. Okay, next. If greater than 20% of the enzyme activity, the elevation is probably result of liver phosphatase. So, liver daw. Kasi, placenta, meaning, pregnant yon. So, if hindi naman pregnant, pwede na natin siyang itanggalin. Or maudalang naman kasi siya at itong mismong dalawang to ang ating titingnan. Or ito kasi yung mas mahirap i-identify based sa ating isoenzymes. So, yun. If less than 20, bone. If greater than 20, it is liver phosphatase. So, yung method na to is imprecise due to correct temperature control. So, kailangan sakto ang temp mo tsaka ang timing para magawa mo ng tama at ma-measure mo siya. Pwedeng electrophoresis. So, mas maganda ang electrophoresis kasi makikita talaga natin dito yung concentrations niya. Okay, so tandaan ito pala. PILB. So, PILB sa heat stability. Heat stability field. PILB. Okay, next is electrophoresis. LBPI. So, kapag electrophoresis naman, ito yung migration. So, unang magmamigrate ang ating liver, bone, placenta, intestine. So, pinakang anodal, pupunta siya sa anode is the liver, followed by the bone, placenta, and intestine. Chemical inhibition. So, chemical inhibition naman, ganun din. Measure mo muna yung ating ALP levels. Then, magdadagdag tayo ng specific chemical. At kapag nabawasan yung activity, gamit yung specific chemical na yon, pwede natin ma-identify kung ano yung natitira or yung natanggal. Gets? So, kapag naglagay tayo ng phenylalanine, at ang phenylalanine is effective or inhibits, nababawasan or tinatanggal niya ang placental and intestinal ALP isoenzyme. Next is the leucine. So, kapag mataas ang ating isoenzyme, ang ating ALP, naglagay tayong leucine, it will affect nagaw isoenzyme. So, kapag may nagaw, naglagay kang leucine, nawala or bumaba yung alkaline phosphatase, so malamang nagaw variant yung available doon. Levamisole inhibits liver and bone. 3-MUrea inhibits bone. So, paano natin ma-identify? Kaya natin i-identify yan. So, bone, pag naglagay kang 3-MUrea, nawala ang ating alkaline phosphatase. So, bone or skeletal isoenzyme yung present. Sunod-sunod lang para matanggal natin lahat ng matitira. So, pag naglagay ka nitong bone, pwede ka din maglagay nito. Matitira na lang ay ano natira? So, pwedeng liver na lang yon. Then, add ka nito, nagaw. So, ma-determine mo kung ano yung present na alkaline phosphatase. Gamma-glutamyltransferase sa ZAS assay. So, this uses Y or gamma-glutamyl p-nitroanilide as the substrate. So, this measures the absorbance at 405 to 420 nanometers. So, tatlo na yung ating wavelength na ginamit. GGT, activity is stable with no loss of activity for 1 week at 4 degrees Celsius. So, pag nilagay mo siya sa anong 4 degrees Celsius, anong temp yan? Ref, room, frozen. Okay. So, alamin kung ano yan, ha? Alamin kung anong temp ang ating 4 degrees Celsius. Okay. So, GGT or Sedaz assay is not affected by hemolysis. So, pwede ang hemolyzed sample para ina-avoid natin ang hemolyze at all cost. Bakit? So, kapag nag-extract ka at hemolyze, may mga tests tayo na hindi pwede ang hemolyzed sample. So, kapag automated testing tayo, isang salang mo lang, irarun na niya lahat. So, mas maganda yung sample mo pwede talaga sa lahat ng ating tests na gagawin. So, halimbawa, 10 yung chemistry test niya. Hemolyzed yung sample mo, pwede lang siya sa 3. Mas maganda i-repeat mo na yung sample para sabay-sabay mo nang mararan yung 10 yun. Amylase, amyloclastic, so iodometric. So this measures the disappearance of starch. Substrate is the starch molecule with iodine. So decrease in color is proportional to AMS concentration. Saccharogenic, this is the reference method, measures the appearance of the product. Chromogenic, measures increasing color from products. Substrate, starch molecule with chromogenic dye. Continuous coupling of several enzymes to measure the AMS activity. So, itong mga to, super summarized na. Maganda ma-memorize nyo lahat. Pero dapat mabasa nyo pa rin siya sa book. Lipase. So, ito yung lipase natin. Sherry Crandall and Dietz. Substrate. 50% olive oil. Pareho. Titrating agent. 4.4 sodium hydroxide. Indicator. Phenolphthalein. Dietz is phenolphthalein plus veranal. Endpoint, fatty acid, pareho. And color, cherry, pink. Dietz, blue. So, cherry, pink. Cherry Crandall, pink. Dietz is the blue. Acid phosphatase is the same as the alkaline phosphatase but done in acidic pH. So, there are inhibitors, altartrate ions, formaldehyde, and cupric ions. So, quantitative, thymoleptin and monophosphate, continuous monitoring, alpha-naptyl phosphate. So, pH at 5.0. So, this concludes our lecture for enzymes. So, hanggang doon, dapat nabasa nyo na sa book, then prepare for the quiz. Thank you. References. So, ito yung book natin na ginagamit mismo. Then, ito is a review book for medical technologies by Maria Teresa Rodriguez or Dean Rodriguez na tinatawag. So, hanap kayo kung makakakuha kayo itong book na to. Maganda siya for the board exam.